Chat Show. I am your host, Mrs. Holmes, and today we have two very special guests. Their names are...
Well, I'm Frederick Sluggerblogger, and this is Rambo.
Buttermilk.
He says that he cannot say too much because a sword traveled through his neck into his spinal fluids, causing him only to say buttermilk and
yes.
buttermilk for face. Yes.
So, today we are going to talk about how to
Buttermilk.
That's enough,
Today
Rambo.
we are going to talk about how to make scones out of buttermilk tea. So, how is your method from this African tribe you do talk about?
I buttermilk your face.
Well, he says that in the ancient tribe of the Jagula, the buttermilk would become from the monkey's brain, which we would extract through a coconut, and then straining it through a piece of grass, they would put it into a tea, making an exquisite taste and a tiny red fluid that would travel out.
Well, certainly, very interesting ways. In England, we have a very much more proper way, shall we say. We get buttermilk from cows, yes, buttermilk, and we pour it in some tea, and then we put it in the scones, and we bake it. It's very quite lovely, not really from monkey brains. Right?
Buttermilk.
Yes. And what were you saying, Rambo?
I buttermilk your face.
Oh, he also says that they would use it in war fights, where they would put it onto a needle of an arrow and shoot it through the enemy's spine, which would travel to the stomach and finish his health, also killing him.
Buttermilk.
Yeah.
I see. Well, in England, we would always have scones with tea and little bits of fairy cake. Yes, it was always so pleasant on our gardening days.
Buttermilk.
Yes, very pleasant.
Yes, well, he says that they would also eat it with small rabbits, which they would get it from the jungle. And Rambo, using his enormous gun, would hunt for them every single day.
Very pleasant. So I see you have a very more hand-done yourself killing things way.
Buttermilk.
Yes.
Yes, very pleasant. Anyway, so my main question was, in your tribes, when you made buttermilk scones, how long ago was this? Did this start, this sconing of buttermilk? Yes.
Buttermilk with your face.
Oh, well, Rambo says that in the ancient years of civilization, the ancient tribes would collect it from the rain, which then strained through a mud puddle and through one of the enemy's heads would create the same effect, the red strain, and the exquisite taste of the buttermilk tea.
Buttermilk.
He likes buttermilk tea.
Yes. So, in English ways, it was, as I said, much more proper. And we started it way back in the 18th century, or even earlier, but all the books say that it was the 18th century, but my grandmother's...
Oh, Rambo's getting a little angry. He wants another question from you.
I see. I'm very, very sorry.
Don't anger him.
Well, so, have you had ancestors who used to make butter?
Yes, Rambo is looking a little tired. I think the knife has started to grow in a little vein.
Okay, well, thank you very much for coming to the Chat Show. As again, I am your host, Mrs. Holmes, and we'd just love to thank these two wonderful guests. Thank you. Here's our